So I am Steffany Boldrini. I'm the principal of Monte Carlo Real Estate Investments. I have been doing real estate investing full-time for the last 6 years. Before that, I was in tech sales in the Bay Area. Startups are really, really fun. We right now only focus on self-storage. I made all the mistakes with my own investments, like car washes. We're going to be raffling them. We're going to give them away later today. I have a couple of short-term rentals and a few self-storage assets. And I'm the host of a podcast that was recently named one of the best commercial real estate investing podcasts by Business Insider. And I think we were named that because we really want to give the best advice to investors. And we look for people that are not pinging me every day wanting to be on my podcast. We look for real people that are out there in the field. And most recently, a co-author of a bestseller book, at least for a week. So I'm going to be talking about today partnerships, how to meet incredible partners and also potential investors. And I will also be talking about, is now a great time to buy real estate? So there is a very popular, a very successful venture capitalist in the Bay Area, and he had a few successful exits. He built his own startups before he became a VC. And he said something that sounded something like this. When I was building my own companies, I knew that I could keep 100% of my pie and keep my company all for myself. And however, I knew that if I wanted to take that company to where I wanted to go, I had to, split that pie. I had to give equity to engineers, CTOs, C-execs, and also to the investors, right, the venture capitalists. So he knew that he had to split his pie. However, his slice was a whole lot bigger than his original 100%. And that is how I view partnerships. We go far with partners. And so where should you look for partners? Where have I found my partners? All of my 3 partners are in this room, and I'm so happy that they're here today. And I'm going to give it to you the truth. Very expensive real estate events. Very expensive, like $7,000 to $15,000. Why? Because serious people are there. These people don't want to go to rookie events. These people want to hang out with other successful people. They have a ton of experience, a ton of knowledge, and they're there to brainstorm, talk about problems, mastermind. Now, where do I find really good people, really good investors? I do spend more money to be in nice places. So I have a place an apartment in San Francisco. It's one of the best apartments in San Francisco. And I have met incredible people there. I feel like when we want to grow, we have to be, of course, with people that are smarter than us. And these people, you really need to be very focused when you're talking to them, because sometimes they're so far ahead of you, and you're like, okay, I need to be so present right now. And these people are phenomenal. They don't talk about drama. They talk about getting to where you want to be. It's super exciting. And I just want to show a couple of, I don't know if you can see this, but a couple of texts that I got from my neighbors in that building. Hey, just a friendly reminder, Steffany, send me a deal when you have one. And I have a deal right now, but it's a little further from getting entitlement. And the other one is like, please let me know if you have a deal right now, because I have friends that want to invest. So hang out where the people are. Most recently, for the last year, I've been going to Orange County, and I love it, and spending quite a few months there at a time. And I learned to go to places by myself because I didn't have any friends there. And it has proven to be a really fun and a great way to meet people. So I like good food, I go to nice places, I sit by the bar, and I'd say 60 to 70% of the time, I meet somebody incredible. That's a lot. It doesn't happen 100% of the time, but it happens a lot. So I have met several very successful real estate investors doing that. I have met a potential partner in a big self-storage deal and maybe more. And also I was working at a coffee shop in a very nice area. I've been working from there maybe every Sunday, every other Sunday. So I have a dog, and everybody comes talk to me, to my dog, not me. And out of that, I met a broker who introduced me to another broker, who is the best broker that I have ever worked with. And we now have a property, a piece of land in contract in Stockton for $6 a square foot, right in the middle of town, which is pretty cheap for California. And we're probably going to have more deals coming out of that coffee shop. So be where the people are. In terms of partnerships, and this is also a great test that actually family offices do when they want to invest with a new operator. So if you're an investor here, if you're investing a decent amount of cash with a new operator, you should definitely do this test. It's what I call the burger test. You invite them for lunch, and you make sure that the waiter screws up the order, burns the burger, brings something different, and see how they react. Or you can do an event like this, because it has been a testament to how people like Bronson and I work under pressure. This was incredibly stressful for a few days for the last 11 months. You get to see if they have integrity in their words. Do they do what they're going to say, what they say they're going to do? Do they show up on time for your weekly meetings? How do we handle disagreements? It has been a really good testament to, a really good example of how you should vet a potential partner. So do things that, you're going to get stressed, things are going to go wrong, because you're going to see how they react. And if your gut tells you one little thing is off, that one little thing is going to be a big thing later, cut it off. Don't go. There are many other good people out there. And when you find this partner, and this is more for if you want to build something more long-term, if you want to create a company from scratch with somebody, this is more of a full-time partnership. When you find that person, it's so exciting in the beginning. Everybody's so happy and like, oh, let's go, let's create an LLC, and it's going to be great. We're going to make so much money together. And they fail to go through the hard questions during that time. And this is a co-founder questionnaire from my tech days, but it applies to any partnership. It's fantastic. And there are many co-founder questionnaires out there. This one is very good because it's very thorough. How about the question of, hey, can each one of us fire the other person? I'm like, I can fire you, but you cannot fire me. How about that? And it makes you go through reference checks and also the spouse check. We did this, Seth and I did this exercise. I met his beautiful bride, Claire, and it was really good because the personal commitments came up, and Seth is like, my nonprofit is a big priority right now. So we decided, to just do one little deal here and maybe others later, but it was a great exercise. Now, is today a good time to buy real estate? Yes, in my personal opinion, it's a great time to buy real estate. And when I tell this to some people, not everybody, they look at me and say, so you're a contrarian, huh? Yes, I am. I'm not a sheep. People really, human beings don't typically think that whatever economic situation they are under will ever end. And what happened in 2018, 2019 is the prime example, because they never thought that multifamily deals would ever stop going up, right? And now it's happening. And today, how many people think that real estate is not doing well, the interest rate is super high right now, what's going on? We think this will never end. But the reality is, in my opinion, we go through cycles, and this cycle is going to end. So, where were you in 2008? Like, try to think, what were you thinking about real estate in 2008? What were the headlines? Everything is down. It's absolutely insane, right? And it was absolutely crazy. But somebody said, buy American. Some lunatic said, buy American in October 16, 2008. Does anyone know who said that? Who? That's right. He wrote an article. It's out there in the New York Times. One simple rule dictates my buying. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. And let's just skip to the last line. It lets you buy a slice of America's future at a markdown price. Now, of course, real estate varies by market, asset class, type of building, class A, B, C. So this is a complete, very much generalization calculation that I did, and I tried to put it as simply as possible. I can't really see here, but let's look back at, let's say, 2019, right? Some buildings were being sold at a 5.5 cap rate, and let's say this property has a $300K NOI. The purchase price at that time was $5.5 million. Your down payment at that time was 1.6. Your interest rate was 4. And we're just for easement of comparison, your interest-only payment at that time was $152,000 a year. Fast forward to today, we are at 7.5. Erwin, you're in contract for a 9 cap property. Where is Erwin? He was, 9 cap, right? Okay, so it is happening. There are properties that are being sold at 9 cap. I was just at my self-storage mastermind, and this huge firm that is there, they're like, yeah, we're putting offers at whatever the actual value is, not brokers' statement, opinion of value. And they are normally number 5 in line. And guess what? 2 months later, they got a call. None of the first 4 deals closed. Can you close? And he's like, yeah. Can you close in 2 months? Yes. And he's like, you just need to keep your word to these brokers. Close in 2 months, because they're going to come back to you next time. No broker and no seller wants to go through 4 different buyers, and nothing happens, and then they go to the 5th one. So they'll give him the deal next time. And so this whole chart is for you to understand and try to explain to your investors what is happening today. So let's say interest rates are on average, some are more, 7.5 today. That same exact property, nothing changed, $300,000 NOI is $4 million today. Your down payment is 1.2. Your loan is more. Your loan payment is $57,000 more. And that if interest rates stay at this exact price for 5 years, you're paying $286,000 more in interest for a $1.5 million discount. So interest rates will have to stay at 7.5 for 25 years until you get to your $1.5 million difference. Not only that, your down payment is $436,000 less. You have $436 more to invest. You put in a savings account, 5%, you're making $20K, or we're all smart here, we can put it somewhere at 10% return, you're getting $43K. Now you're only at a $13K difference from the payments. And last but not least, the cherry on top is that once the cap rates start to compress again, they go back to 5.5 in this example, you just got another $1.5 million. You got $3 million for free during this downturn. And our investors, they are doctors, they're lawyers, they're not thinking about this all day. So you need to memorize this and understand this, because Some people are being fearful today. And you need to find the people that get this to invest with you. So how do we buy things today, right? Well, it's the truth that not a lot of offers are happening. It is definitely down. Some properties, as we all know by now, their interest rates are doubling, and the sellers are they're in trouble, they're distressed, they need to sell. They need to sell. Cap rates are higher. There is more seller financing available today than the entire time that I've been investing. And as I said, if you take care of the brokers, they will take care of you. And they will remember you when things start to get better again. Don't forget this. My mentor was a very, I think he's still alive, I don't care. To be honest, he was my ex. He always said, only dead fish goes with the flow. And that is so true. Please, just go with what you think is the right thing. Thank you.